Hey everybody, welcome back. It's me, DJ, also known as Uncle Bubba. I'm going to do a little haul video today. Went to an estate sale. First one of the year. It was actually a 3-day sale. I only made it to Saturday and Sunday, which were the best days because Saturday is 25% off. Sunday was 50% off. I think we put out some pretty good deals. We'll be going over those. When I pull them out, I'll put a comp up here in the corner to show you what they're going for and why I picked them up. First off, I want to give a big thank you to Two of a Kind Custom and Design. They actually made me my new logo, which I think is really nice. I think it stands out real good on eBay. Stands out a little different with the orange. It kind of catches your eye. Let's see if it helps. They made me a nice coffee cup. There we go. I'll probably never use it a coffee cup. It'll just sit on my shelf as a reminder of at one time I was cool. And they also made me a nice window sticker. I'm gonna put on this window so people can fly by and say, hey, that's Uncle Bubba. Thank you guys very much. Don't forget to check them out. It's Two of a Kind Custom and Design. They can do what you want. If it's a window sticker, coffee cup, t-shirts, whatever you need, whatever you want, they can get it done. Alright, let's get into the good stuff. Let's get into what I found at this 3-day, wound up being a 2-day estate sale. First thing up is this vintage Bates hand stapler. And actually comes with the box. You can pay 50 cents for this. It was marked at $1, so pay 50 cents for that. We'll look that up, see what that's going to bring. Next up, brand new, still in package, 1986 Skip-Bo game. Never been opened up. I think these are going to bring surprisingly well money, just because of the age and for the game. We'll see. Paid another 50 cents for this. Paid $1 for this item. I don't even remember seeing these. It's a vintage telephone called a Switzel. Kind of bends on the end. Nice and flat. Neat looking piece. I think it's made in Switzerland. Yeah, pretty cool. It has a cord with it. And the people were big QVC shoppers, so it actually had the quick dial number for QVC. That's always a good sign or a bad sign. Depends on what they're buying, I suppose. Next up, vintage Texco home oil little can. Guess be like for your 3-in-1 oils. It has a little tip on the top of it. Pay 50 cents for this. Still a little bit of oil in it. I think I have to dump it out. Next up, the vintage pack of matches. You see right there, 1980. Paid 25 cents for this piece. I don't know, I'm just going to go for, might just light this up. I have some other vintage tobacco type things. Might throw that in there with that. Depends on what it brings, I suppose. The vintage wall plaque with a shoe brush and a shoe horn. Paid $1.50 for this, and it's still brand new. They're plastic, so they're not much to them. I say they're probably from the early to mid 80s, somewhere around there. So has the plaque onto it. Kind of neat looking. That's the only reason I picked it up. So I thought it was neat. Kind of stands out. Maybe somebody needs plastic shoe horn and plastic shoe brush. Next up, Rush Limbaugh Hat. The senior, what's that say? Senior scholar of the Rush Limbaugh program. No. All right. It's a terrible impression of Rush, but only chance I'll be able to do it on the EIB radio network. All right. It's enough of that silliness. Next up, I paid 50 cents for the hat, or $2.25. I'm sorry, $2.25 for the hat. This vintage piece of glass. No, it is a piece of glass, but what's under the glass is why I bought it. No, not for the black box. It's actually a vintage fingerprint kit. So if you ever get bored and you want to find out about your neighbors, invite them over for a fingerprinting party. Easy for me not to say. Alright. Next up, I do like selling Bibles. Of course, I love reading them as well. But this is the Open Bible by Nelson. It's almost brand new. Still has the owner's manual. In case you need to learn how to read the Bible. It goes through with all the different prints mean on it. It has no crease on it. But the first page was signed and dedicated to the man who was having the family that was having the estate sale. So I might knock the price down a little bit, but it's still a very well sought after Bible. Next up, probably one of the, I have a lot of favorites from this sale, but this may wind up being as a personal collection. I'm not too sure. But 1968, Jim Beam Select Collector's set. Got the glasses in the bottle. I did do a little research on this. I have seen the glasses, but I haven't seen the bottle, and I haven't seen the whole set together. So we'll do a little bit more research, see what that's going to bring. I paid $3 for that, and I think I paid $3 for the Bible as well. Okay, next up, bought 3 Stetson hats. These are actually fedora type hats. So I got a straw one and a black one. And they're all in very good shape. I'll say Stetson on the inside, Stetson here, have a little Stetson button right there. And I got a gray one. I think the gray one may be my favorite. I think it's really sharp looking. I wish they looked better on me and not really quite my size. This was a size 7. I think the other ones are a size 7 and 7/8 on the other ones. But yeah, they're nice little hats. So we'll comp those out, see what they're bringing. They have to be reshaped. I'll just let the people shape them however they want to shape them. But yeah, awesome little hats, especially being Stetsons. See the word Stetson, you want to grab it, as long as they're in good shape. And one thing about cowboy hats is when you look on the inside, most of the time it'll say Stetson or whoever it is, and it'll have the X's on it. The more X's, the better the hat. The more X's, if I believe correctly, is the more beaver skin or beaver felt that's on the hat, and the more X's, the more they were to buy. And I'm going to guess they're better to resell as well. So might be a little bit of extra information, because I have a 15X and a 5X hat upstairs that are my hats I used to wear. Next up, paid $6 for this piece right here. Nice vintage. I'm going to say it's 80s. It's an electric paintbrush, like an airbrush, air gun, but it's airless. It's more for your smaller projects, like for little models, doing a little touch up on your car. So this is brand new in box, never been opened. I did see one of these comped, or saw one of these listed. I haven't saw one sold, but it wasn't new and it wasn't in the box. It was just the pieces of it, and it was listed pretty high. So I'll put it up here in the corner somewhere, and we'll see what it does. Next up, I was I'm not a shoe person, as I've said before, but I always wind up finding shoes to sell. But I was really excited to find these. When I first saw them, I said, wow, these shoes have to be something. For the care the man took in these shoes. So I did the first comp on the first pair that I saw, and I had to just pick it up, look at it, marvel at it, and just say it's a beautiful shoe. What we have here is the Creme De La Creme, the bee's knees, the one and only, the Royal Imperial Florsheimshoes. I think that's how you pronounce it. But these were the shoes that all the dapper men wanted to wear back in the 70s, 80s for their dress shoes. And as you can tell, these ones are almost brand new. Might have been worn a few times. Just really incredible shape. And the exciting part of them, and another reason why I thought, wow, these shoes really have to be something, is because they come with their own little shoe chamois. Isn't that just the cutest little thing you've ever seen? A little shoe chamois to protect your shoes. Now, there's also a story on the second day when I went back to get these shoes. So these shoes right here were 25% off. And I think I paid right at $15 for this pair. Then I went back Sunday, and we'll get into that here in just a minute. So I think everything I got here was a combination of Saturday and a little bit on Sunday. So we're going to switch over and show you the next haul that I got. Okay, here we go. Now, this was at the same sale, and I went back on Sunday. Saturday, when I was checking out, I told the lady I was taking the money. I said, there's a few things I want to come back for on Sunday. If they're still here, I'm going to grab them. But also, if there's any more of those dress shoes that are upstairs, if I buy all of them, would you do a better deal for me? And she said, yes. She said, we would love to do a better deal on everything whatever you want to do, bundle stuff up. You know, we always do good deals with that. I said, okay, great. Like I said, I didn't know anything about the shoes. I just knew they were something special. Them having a little carrying bag, the little chamois, and as well as they were taken care of. So, I did a little bit of research when I got home on the ones I had, and I said, yeah, I have to go back and get all those shoes, because there are collectors for these shoes, especially in the time period that they are. Looking up the numbers, got on the Google machine, found a couple websites. The shoes that I picked up, matching the numbers, are anywhere from the mid 70s to the early to almost the late 80s. So you're looking at probably 72 to 83, 84 time period. That's when all these shoes were made. And they're all handmade in the United States. Except for a couple pair. I'm going to show you those. So here's the same style. These are wingtips. But these are black. These are a little bit more wear to them. They're still an excellent. I mean, the leather is just still nice and soft. It's really, really well made. Hardly see any creases in the toes for the amount of wear that's on the sole. So there's those. I think these are newer style, because I think they still made these shoes. I think they still make them, but they're not as popular and they're not as well made, and they're getting a bad reputation for the new ones. So I think these are newer. I can't find the number on them, but I know there's by the same company. But look at the color of those. Kind of like a burgundy, like something Ron Burgundy would wear. Got a nice little buckle on it. There again, Leather is very nice. A little bit more stiff on these. That's why I think they're a little newer. There's the sole, totally different type of sole, more of a rubber sole than the leather sole on those other ones. But still in nice shape. So, like I said, I'm going to try to put comps up in the corners of what each one of these are going for. Next up, another pair. These are boots. Little quarter boots, little quarter zip up boots. And they call them the Beatles, the Beetle Boots. Kind of reminds me more of Austin Power boots. Here they are, worn again, but not very much. I mean, the leather is still nice and pliable, very, very soft. And these were actually surprising how much these were actually comping for, because of course I saw these and I had to come home and look them up as well. So I have one pair of boots. I have two pair of boots. Now these are a little bit darker brown. There again, leather's still nice and soft, very pliable. The numbers inside. There's a sole, worn but not too terribly worn though. I mean, you definitely tell they were worn but not abused. The shoes were not abused, they're very well taken care of. So that's two pair of boots. And then three pair of boots. Of course, these are all called the Beetle Boots. I think these are more like the Austin Power boots. That burgundy color. There again, showing the wear on the soles. So there we go. And the last pair, these are actually a pair of Justin Ropers. Still virtually brand new. I mean, I don't think he ever had his foot in there, but once or twice. All these shoes are size 11s. So if anybody's a size 11 and you need a nice pair of dress shoes, hit me up. I'll hook you up. And there's the sole of these. These are just your common 3404 Justin Ropers. Just a plain boot. But they're still comping out pretty well. So now, the story on the shoes. Like I said, I asked the lady, I said, if I come back and buy all those shoes, do I get a better price buying them all? And she said, absolutely. So I went back, I grabbed all the shoes. There were a few left, but they were in really bad shape. A couple had the holes in the soles. Just, I didn't want to even pick those up. So I picked all these up. So I wound up with 10 pairs of shoes, if I counted correctly, and if she counted correctly. I paid $17 for all these shoes. So I paid $1.60, $1.75 for each pair of shoes. So I think I did pretty well, as long as they sell well, which going by the comp numbers they are. And almost forgot, I ran into two picking friends out there at the sale, Randy and Kelly of Forest Finds. They're a couple of resellers, pickers right here in King George. We run into each other quite a bit. We communicate, see what each other found and where they found it from. Great people. Check their Instagram page out. Check them out on YouTube. I call them, jokingly, the king and queen of Hummel world, because they know their stuff about Hummels. They know their stuff about glass. That's why I kind of like hanging out with them and get a little bit of information from them. I guess they get information from me. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. Because we pick two totally different types of things. So, that'll do it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. And hit that little bell on the bottom. It'll tell you when I'll put a video out. So, that'll do it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you learned something. I hope you saw something that piqued your interest. Hope you're having a great week. Hope you enjoy your time. Enjoy your family. We'll see you later. Bye now.
We're rolling. This is the good one. Take 5.
A yard, garage, no. I went to an estate sale. It's one of the sales.